Hey guys, thanks for checking out the video. If you enjoy my narrations and bad voice acting and want to view the manhwa in chapters in short bursts, you can check out my TikTok at tjgamezone. It's basically these videos but cut into 1 to 2 minute segments. Also, leave a like and subscribe if you're enjoying the content. And oh yeah, let me know how you feel about this manhwa. If you're liking it, if you're enjoying it. The goal is 100 likes. But yeah, let's get into the video. We begin our story in what seems to be an archery stadium, with the seats filled to the brim, along with two announcers speaking about the unfolding events. It's his third set, Jim. The last arrow he shot was inbound. And to the audience, we have our youngest participant of the championship, player Yu Sang-hyun. We see our protagonist holding a compound bow while looking stunning, with his hair flowing in the wind amidst the roar of the crowd's cheers. We see the announcers chatting in their booth. Didn't he just receive a full 10-pointer on all his shots, Jim? He sure did, Todd. But let's see if his last arrow will be the cherry on top. Sang-hyun takes a deep breath and exhales to calm himself as he notches the bow to shoot, drowning out the sound and everybody around him. He lets the arrow go, and it whizzes straight towards the bullseye as the crowd cheers upon impact. We see the protagonist, Sang-hyun, surrounded by his friends as the announcers shout, "Today we have ourselves the youngest winner of the national championship." As Sang-hyun drifts out of what seems to be a daydream, his boss is seen throwing papers into his face, screaming at him, wondering what's distracting him now. As our boy apologizes and begins to pick up the papers off the floor, the boss tells him to do the work over again, while noticing Sang-hyun's trembling right hand. The boss says under his breath, "Geez, damn Nepo hires. With those skills in that hand, when can I use him? He's useless." The protagonist notices but decides to say nothing and leaves patting himself on the back for controlling himself in his boss's office. He returns home and we see that he's watching the tape of the events that took place in his daydream. It seems like the competition was real and it's an event in our boy's life that he's dealing with and fondly looks back on. He informs us that 10 years ago, archery was everything to him, but it required a lot of money, and his only choice was to go for a scholarship. So he put all of his time into practicing, day after day, becoming one of the best in the nation, looking forward to a bright future, as we see a totaled taxi with smoke coming off of it in the next picture. Sang-yu looks down at his hand as he continues to tremble. He was lucky that his old coach introduced him to the company manager, and that he has a stable life because of that. Looking past all that, he decides to open up Twitch to watch a stream. He notes that all of them seem to be full dive streamers, and that's pretty popular these days. Personally, I'm not going to go into full dive because if you guys are watching this, you know what full dive is. Just think of Sword Art Online, but you get in a capsule in this one. So full dive, but you sit in a capsule. Going forward, I'm going to use bits as the donation system because they're going to talk about donation, bits, live streaming, and a lot of that. So I'm going to use bits as the point of donation. So he got 10,000 bits, 100,000 bits. I'm going to use that. Now back to the story. As he watches the stream, we see a guy hiding from the boar in the bushes as a subscriber donates 100,000 bits and gives the streamer a mission to kill the boar with a bow within 15 minutes. As the streamer readies his bow, confident that he's going to hit it, the chat begins to comment. "He's going to shoot all 3? You'll be all out of arrows now, lol. If you can't do it, you got to stop the stream, LMAO." As he releases his bow, we see that he missed all 3 of his shots. As the boar looks back at him, annoyed, wondering what he's trying to do. As he looks disappointed, the chat continues to mock him, LMAO. "Yeah, 100,000 bits as if. Ah, what a bubblegummer. What is a bubblegummer? Hey, come on. Damn. Raffle. How did he miss that? LOL. Chewing Gum donates 5,000 bits. You can't even use a bow. Why would you even choose that?" The streamer gets angry as he begins to blame the lag in his old machine and says that everything is possible in this game. As the chat continues to bully him. Here it is, blame the capsule. Raffle, at this point, just give up. 5 minutes later, "Okay guys, today we'll be doing this in game. As the protagonist recounts the fact that he said anything works in this game, he looks gloomy, saying that he envies them, that no matter how lacking they are, so many people still like them, including himself. He thinks back to his youth, when he could sacrifice everything to do his best and be acknowledged by everyone. As he prepares for bed, he returns to the office the next day with his boss presenting him with a letter of resignation, letting him know that if he leaves without a fuss, that they'll take care of him because reconstruction of the company is coming and there's a high chance that he won't make the cut. Sang-yu agrees because of the good severance pay. The boss tries to make him feel better by letting him know that he got lucky to get in through connections, while everybody hears from universities and from studying abroad. As he returns home, we see him lying in bed, staring at the ceiling, thinking back to 10 years ago, being the national champion, but just being a high school graduate with nothing on his resume. As he thinks about what to do now, a notification goes off on his phone. He sees the streamer on his phone and thinks, if anything is possible in Full Dive, he could possibly shoot arrows like he did in his past. And if he showed that off, maybe he could make it big. However, he wonders if that would make him popular. His favorite streamer isn't good, and that's what his audience likes about him. But he wonders, what about skilled players, and switches the category. He's overcome by how many streamers there are and how many people are trying to improve themselves, just like he used to in the world of sports. He realizes that in reality, there are too many variables. School ties, city ties, blood ties, and variables that he can't predict. It's similar to the life he liked when he was young. A life dedicated to competing with your skill, progress, and leveling up one stage at a time. A simple but fair world. As he's enthralled by the prospects and possibilities within his reach, he clicks on Twitch and thinks maybe even I, as the chapter ends there.